That's killed it.
We made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system. Since blue back left, you don't want to change from the 4-3.
Boom, boom, boom. What's going on? What's going on, people? Back again on the Joey James Show for the preview. Liverpool versus Manchester City. The inevitable slappage, as I like to call it. The inevitable packing. But maybe I'm just being a bit, I don't know, not as optimistic as the rest of the panel today. We got G and we got the main man, the equalizer in the building. Ish. How you guys doing, man?
Bless, bro. Bless. I was watching the boxing last night, so I feel good, boy. That was a good little bout. Good little bout last night.
What, Clarissa Shields? And you know, I was actually supposed to go to that. But obviously, you guys know what I didn't in it, but I was supposed to go to that. I had tickets to go. So
nah, it looked like it was.
I heard it was decent.
It was
like a very good fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then obviously we come to today, where it's another fight. We might see a knockout today, boy. I'll tell you for free.
I mean, look, we're gonna get into it, man. But as the title says, man, a big loss to City at home could actually be devastating for the club as a whole, because reality starts to kick in. Like, we're so far away from our fiercest rivals potentially, and that's the scary situation. Scary situation, man. Ish, how you feeling about this game, man?
You know what? Yeah. This might change in the next 45 minutes or so, but as it stands right now, I believe we're leaving with something today. Some way, somehow, we're leaving with something. I don't know if it's a draw.
Okay, yeah.
It's something, in it. We're leaving with points in some way, somehow. I don't know how. I don't know what the lineup is going to be like, because it's all looking mad right now. But yeah, some way, somehow, I'm confident for now. But see if we concede first.
Which is 90% likely.
Oh, I know. But yeah, it's gonna get techie. It's gonna get techie.
Exactly, man. But guys, as we always say, as myself, G and Romz always say on the show, when you come in, your ticket to entry is a like. So please smash the like. I don't want to have to get the bouncers out. Do you know what I mean? Dragging you out of your seats for the show. Like, you don't want to be in that situation. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna have to start outing people, G. We're gonna have to just start seeing who's liked, seeing who hasn't, and just
get the list up, a guest list about entry, bro. It's time to go.
Just get the guest list, like tape settings. Do you know what I mean? Are you on the guest list?
You know how tape, for those who don't know, boy, tape, but they be militant, boy. If you ain't on that guest list, bro, like, you ain't getting in for shit. So
that's what you're flaunting. But big up everyone. I'm just gonna run through some of the comments as well, because there's 20 people in the building already, so big up. This is a morning one as well, so big up to you all. We've got Statman Stubbs in the building. Big up Statman Stubbs saying, morning guys, I hope you are all well. I will have to come on the show at some point. I don't know why, but I have a good feeling about the game today. Big up, lads. Yeah, you're in that.
Yeah, he's on my team.
Yeah, he's on your thing, man. But yeah, definitely, man. Statman Stubbs, guys, make sure to subscribe to Statman Stubbs as well. Good content as well, but definitely we'll get you on. Promo, big up Promo saying smash the likes. Big up Jerry, big up yourself. Glasgow Red Chats, that's John Moore. Big up mate, hope you're well. Yeah, we're all good. Make sure to subscribe to Glasgow Red Chats as well. Big up G and Ish. We've got Ilyas in the building saying Bobby, that's the masterclass incoming.
Inshallah, man.
You know, like
boy.
We got John the second saying Wagwan. I hope we get devastated today. You know what, G? Speaking on that, do you hope we get devastated? Do you hope? You know, there's been a couple times this season where you've hoped. Do you know what I mean? You've hoped we lose. We've come on the back of wins, and you've looked at this. You've been on stream, and you're looking like, do you know what I mean? Like we've lost 7-0.
Bro, I'll be honest, man. Hope. I won't say hope, but I do feel that we do need a hiding, like at some point in time, to get these owners more so, and Klopp, but probably more the owners, just to kind of see the kind of situation that we're in. I think games like Bournemouth game, the Rangers game, it kind of starts clouding people's whole thinking. Like people start thinking, "Oh, yo, we're back up." When the reality is, no, we're so far down that these wins are even just embarrassing ourselves because we seem to only be able to beat these shit teams. But when it comes to like anyone of real quality, not even quality, man, Jesus Christ, like Fulham, Palace, Brighton, you know what I mean? We can't seem to do anything, and people seem to think that like we found something. You know, today might be the day though. You know what I mean? Today might be that day where things just click into gear, and if so, then boom. But my thing is today we'll get into it, but all I want to see is a good performance. I feel like that's more important than the win itself. Like we can lose to Man City. Come on, man. We've lost to Man City in our best days. So if we lose to them today, that's not really like I'm not bothered like that. It's just more about the performance. I want to see a good performance from everybody. If I don't see that, I don't care about the result, man. Win, lose, or draw. It's not going to mean anything in the bigger picture.
Yeah, because speaking on that, because look, on a couple like previews that I've done earlier this week, so on Never a Fouls, on the Coppishes, when I actually said that I'd actually want Liverpool to get a good performance in over the result, because a 1-0 result or a 2-2 result can mask over how poor we've been. Whereas if we were to get lose, if we maintain the kind of standards that we set in that second half against Rangers, even if we were to lose 1-0, 2-1, that for me would put us in good stead for the rest of the season. I don't know what you think of that, Ish, or whether you're in the camp like some Liverpool fans where it's like, listen, I just want the points. I don't care about anything. I just need the win.
You know what? I've been on the performance thing for a while, because even like I even said after the Bournemouth game, I wasn't moved. Like we won 9-0, but they were on their knees at the time. Obviously, Scott Parker's last game as well. Like second half, they weren't even really trying anymore. Even the Rangers won first half, I think we were dead. Like they go down again. Second half, we turn it on. Bro, we were playing against the 38-year-old in goal. Like some of the goals that were going in, Salah's hat trick, basically all the goals were like they're pretty savable. So again, another big win. Wasn't too gassed about it. But see, today I'm not even on a performance thing really. I want the points. It's City in it, because, like you said, we played well at our best and still lost to them. So for me today against these man, performance is kind of it's by the by in it, and then we've got injuries as well. I just think we need to get out of this game without losing heavily. Like I know you lot said a heavy defeat would be good in terms of like getting the ball to like kind of do something and move them, but we've seen what this ball is like already. I think even if you get battered today, they'll just be like, cool, we've got every hope in Klopp to get top 4, because that seems to be their overall goal. We can't lose back to back in the league. That's not good. I know it's Arsenal and City, but yeah, that we can't lose. We can't lose to these man today, man. Just any way we get the points, I'll take it as it comes, in it.
Yeah, to be fair, you're right, because I did also go on to mention, if we lose, if we get slapped up by City, how does the team recover? Like how does Klopp, how do the players mentally recover? We're talking about, players that I actually saw a quote from someone on Twitter, so big up to themselves, but they actually said, "Oh, look, Liverpool." Klopp came out obviously in July saying, "Look, our midfield is incredible. We've got creativity. We've got workhorses. We've got so many midfielders. We've got the best fullbacks in the world. We've got the best this in the world." And now yesterday he's given us excuse, and I know it's regardless of whether you think it's valid or not, it's an excuse. He's stating to us, "Look, we can't compete with City. They've got the best team in the world, and now they've got the best striker." And it's like all this type of backpedaling.
I'm not even trying to hear that.
If you lose like this, I don't know how you motivate the team. How does Klopp motivate the team? Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Also, man, them facts are facts. We're 10th. We can't even be in a position to be like lose and get a wake up call. We're 10th, bro.
11th.
No, 11th. We're 11th.
We're bottom of the table.
So like that if that's not a wake up call enough for FSG to be like, "Rob, you got to do something in January." And look, a loss today is not going to make any difference. Like we could lose 4-0, 3-0, 5-0. They're going to be on the same old bullshit. So I'm just trying to collect points at this stage, but man, we're not in the top half. You need to scroll to see our point at the table. Like, nah.
You got to hit that tab on the side, like, to just see how.
It's crazy. It's crazy right now. We need points, man. We need points. But I don't know where this confidence is coming from, but it's not from what I've been seeing on the pitch. It's from something. It's Anfield hype in it. But I'm just hoping that the Kop's going to be sucking the ball into the net somehow, because
we'll definitely need the Kop and Anfield to be on fire, because recently, from what I've heard as well from people that have gone to Anfield, it's been poor. It's been poor. Like, I actually spoke to someone that actually went to the Brighton game that I was supposed to go to. Said it was
What are you saying?
Said it was a horrible game. Like, it was just.
But to be fair though, it's on the players to get the crowd up as well. Like, we can't if the players.
It's the crowd and the players, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you pay your hard-earned cash to go and sit in the cold, and you're seeing flipping sideways passes, just balls getting chopped over the top, and we're going down in like the first 5-6 minutes, like. Bro, I'm not gonna be singing for the team either. Like, I can understand it. I can definitely.
You know what? You know what also kills us as well. You know, like, obviously, look, players try, and Klopp as well, try to act like, you know, they don't look at social media and they don't, you know, deep these kind of things that, you know, fans are saying and stuff like that. They try to block it out, as they like to say. We're not dumb, man. We know, like, you all have social media, so you all see the things that are being said about certain players, like, and stuff like that. So what kills us sometimes is the team sheet. Like, you know, when you see the team sheet and then you see certain players playing, it almost, obviously I'm not there or I haven't been there this season, but I can only imagine inside the stadium when they've seen the lineup sometimes, they just must look and figure, oh, for fuck's sake, like, he's starting again? Like, you know what I mean? So all of it, you know what I mean? So then straight off the rip, it don't matter about, you know, look at the Arsenal game. Like, Jamie was when I was on Jamie's show last night, and even they were talking about it. Sometimes you got to look at it and you think to yourself, like, bro, like, Klopp sets out the team, they've got their tactics and whatever, but I'm pretty sure in their tactics, it's not to concede in the first flipping 5 minutes of the game. Heck, that was in the first 2 minutes of the game. You know what I mean? So straight away, your back's up. You know what I mean? And you see certain things, and you're just like, bloody hell, bro. Like, sometimes I do look at Klopp and think, bro, I feel sorry for you at times, you know, because you've worked all week on whatever you've worked on, and in the first 2 minutes, the team's conceded. So now everything is just, this is long. The crowd are not with you.
You're just freestyling from that point.
We thought you're just freestyling.
It's just like, let's just get a goal back anyway, anyhow, and then the whole thing just goes out the window. So, listen, I'll say it again. If we concede early to these men today,
it's long.
I might have to go because I think El Clasico is on at a similar time.
Same time. Yeah, same time.
I'll be switching over so quick because, it's long, man. It's long. Virgil's record as well at Anfield is looking.
I've heard calls that Virgil might actually. I mean, he might not play.
Going to pull up in a warm up.
The tactical maneuver, isn't it, just to maintain that record. To be fair, man, that record needs to be dead and buried. For his performances, it deserves to be slashed, isn't it? He's not been great. Like, do you know what I mean? Look, Virg is my guy. It's him and Genie that have actually, I mean, in recent memory, got the names on the back of the t-shirts.
You saying you're Dutch? Huh? You're Dutch.
I wish I was. I wish I was.
Van James and that.
I don't want any associations because man are saying this is how Virg defends. Like,
bro, I was not prepared for that.
Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those ones where you know, G, we spoke off camera about a different topic, but you know, you can't associate yourself with certain men anymore. They're like, is this your brethren? And it's like, rah. This
you know, you have to look at me like, what, is this your guy? Like, boy,
that's what now. When I'm hearing right back debates, I'm just saying, drop me out, bro, because I'm not.
That's my point. Like, people say, well, is this your right back? Is this your goat?
No, it's true. It's true. And you know, when before, like, obviously those who are watching, they know who they are. Like, in certain group chats that I'm in, like, they know the amount of times I used to back Trent, like, yo, nah, Trent's the guy, and I'll be having arguments with people saying, nah, man, like, Trent, Reece James, now bun him, man, or Cancelo, nah, he's shit, or They already know, like, I've just kept quiet on Trent this season, like, because the reality is, you know, when you've been in shit form, there's nothing really you can do. But I also blame Klopp in that, you know, in terms of, forget even just tactics. Sometimes it's just about pull a guy out. You know what I mean? Like, I know we haven't got the riches of a Manchester City, but the reality is, are you trying to tell me there was no other right back in world football that we could bring to this football club to at least even try and compete with Trent, to at least try and I'm not even talking about Calvin Ramsey. That's not a player I think is competing. That's a guy that he's maybe looking for towards the future. Do you know what I mean? That's not someone I see as someone who comes in and can play. Even if he was fit, I don't even see him coming in to play games. I'm talking, I said this to someone, I think I was chatting to John this morning, and I said to him, you know, players like Dumfries and, you know, right backs like of that kind of ilk, who you're not saying that they're going to come in and replace Trent, but you're at least saying, you know what, Trent, you can be on the bench today. Dumfries, you can come in. He's a different type of defender. Do you know what I mean? And he kind of defends first more so than Trent, or just someone of that kind of ilk. But we ain't even got that. So Trent has to play. You know what I mean? And these guys know in the team that You know, even if they play poorly, Salah, the guy's been stinky for how long? I don't care about no hat trick. I know the real Salah. You know what I mean? That wasn't the real Salah. That was just we played a shit team. Yeah, I'm trying to say that. I've seen
Man
Salah.
wasn't even celebrating like that. He wasn't even. He's celebrating more for
He's listen. This guy has been scoring wonder goals against teams like Man City. You saw it last season. The goal he scored. Like that's what he's on. But when you're scoring hat tricks against Finger and you ain't even celebrating like that, you just know, yeah, these are dead food, man. I'm not even trying to embarrass myself anymore. You know what I'm trying to say? And these guys are getting so comfortable knowing that they can just play every game. No one gets benched. Klopp's just gonna still ride it out, pause, and then that's about it. Like,
that's an amazing segue because we're speaking about Trent, right? And obviously Trent's out for this game. It's looking like unless he makes the bench miraculously, I don't see him obviously starting. I have heard from sources that it's looking like Gomez to be starting at right back. Now, as people know, I'm not the biggest Gomez fan in it. I'm not.
But respect my right back, you know.
Hey, London and that. No solidarity in them thing there. Crazy.
In recent memory, I don't know if I can speak for you guys, but I would say his best performances have actually come at right back. So at the end of last season,
Watford, didn't it?
This season as well, Watford as well, when you got the assist for Jota as well, and we saw against Rangers in that second half when he got into the game, had a bit more confidence to go forward. Now he's a different type of right back in terms of he powers his way through into the box. He can get to the byline, get crosses, and his passing has improved, as I've said. Speaking about this right back that we need, do we maybe see a future for Gomez at a right back to kind of mirror, obviously not to that level, but mirror what James offers at right back in terms of that power, that intensity going forward, the strength on the ball, and that defensive reliability, essentially?
You know what? Man's so crocked, it's hard to even put like your bets on him. I like Gomez a lot as well. But for us to even be like he's gonna be the guy to step in when Trent's not fit, bro, you know he can just break down with an ACL just randomly, like, and then that's it. Gomez that's just another year of his career done. So in theory, yeah, because I like what he offers. Like you said, he's a right back. He's gonna overlap. He's got a bit more kind of pace and power. More pace and power to him than Trent does the whole like creating from deep kind of thing. But yeah, with Gomez, I'm at a point now. It's just like it's a luxury. It's like Thiago, isn't it? Like when you play, I'm happy, but boy, I can't really be relying on you to be there for any sustained period of time.
But if he's that option, exactly. But if he's that option that G's talking about, where Trent's obviously the main guy at right back, but for certain games he comes in and plays at right back, and they split their minutes 50-50. The games are different. Could that be because I'm looking at it now, and even if Trent was fit, I don't like and big up Jamie Phillips because we started it on the terrace as well, this debate, and it's does Joe actually stay there when Trent gets fit because of what we need from fullback at the moment? Because right now we don't need this all-out creative, you know what I mean, fullback role from him. We just need defensive stability because we're leaking too many goals, and we saw it. Albeit we conceded against Rangers, it weren't down that right-hand side.
You know what it is as well? Like, because we were playing with this 4-2-4, 4-4-2, whatever, we've got enough creativity in that front line. We're not struggling to score goals at the moment. We're actually scoring better goals right now. Our problem is just leaking from normally from the right when my man's playing. So I think, yeah, even if like from the fact that Trent just needs to know that he can't just come back in and be automatic, like just back into the team again. Like, take your time. Have a bit of time out, especially if Gomez continues his form. You can't just drop a man that he's playing well and then bring a man in who wasn't playing well before his injury. That doesn't make any sense. So I'd keep Gomez in for a little bit, let him have a little run, similar to what we've done with Harvey Elliott at the start of the season, just so you're getting 10 games from the jump. And then that's another thing as well. If we're going to keep playing Harvey on that right, if we go back to a 4-3-3, Harvey and Trent together on that right-hand side, we're just getting hella exposed. So it's up to Klopp. But if he wants to kind of continue with this Harvey, like playing him on the right, even of the front four in the midfield, then I think we need a more solid right back. And Gomez, no one can argue, he's more solid than Trent. So I'd like to see him get a run. But again, it's fitness. Man can just break down like real quick. So every time he breaks down.
No.
But facts. Yeah, just we got someone on backstage, innit?
Who's that? Who's that backstage?
Comments. Let me just 2 seconds because Yeah, we got promo saying, obviously asking, where's Romz? And promo saying, look, Romz couldn't make it today because of the early Arsenal kickoff away at Leeds.
I think he did
on the M way, and just kind of
remind
what Romz has been on like as of recent. I'm just gonna play a video for you guys.
There's a collection, man. Then it's got this year's one, got this one, got the carnival one, got last year's home one, the year before that, I think the year before that, the iconic old one. Man, let me know.
It's mad. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't like. To be fair, we need to ask him because I don't know which one he's wearing today. I know he's on the M way. I think he's actually. I think he checked into the hotel because I know he stayed up to watch the fights. And obviously, he's had to make his way up to Leeds, innit? So, but I still got to play this because he's violated us today.
It's between me and you. Because while you were sitting around, waiting, doing niche, I was out making moves.
You know, idiot.
Big up Romz, man. What are you telling us, man?
No, big up everyone, man. No, I had a good night of boxing, and I know my team's gonna stress me out today. But
which one?
What are you talking about, bro?
Not the one that's going to Leeds. You know, when I watch them, I know it's a guaranteed 3 point. Oh, you lot killed me. I'm good. But we just need to pray today, man. Like, you know what? You have to cling on to things that anything can happen. It's football. Today is them days. You have to cling on to that stuff. Like, I'm gonna say a little prayer and that, and we just have to pray because, yeah. But big up you three, man. Hope everyone's well. Smash them likes.
They're all good now. Look, speaking about City before we get on to Liverpool, and obviously we'll touch on the kind of Konate injury news or apparent injury news and who starts and all those conundrums that we've got. City looking imperious, but defensively they're not maybe as sound as we make out. And you know that back line doesn't look as imperious as it has been once before. You know, Stones is injured, Laporte's still coming back from an injury, so they're scared to kind of risk him. It's looking like Akanji could potentially play fullback. Well, Akanji or Ake will have to go and play fullback with Cancelo either on the left or the right. How are you guys looking at that, and where do you think, I don't know, Liverpool could expose City potentially if all was to go well? Obviously, I don't know, and I don't think it's going to work. But Ish, I'm gonna chuck this one at you, man, because.
Bro, I was even going to say that Akanji brother's looking like a quality bit of business, bro. We could have done it 15 M's.
Crazy.
So it's not even like, you can say weak link because it's not going to be his strongest position playing at fullback. But even then, he's looked pretty comfortable this season. I do think Ederson's not been as good as he has been in previous seasons. A couple of the goals he's leaked this season have been very savable, but you just don't know these games. Like, I think it's going to be a shootout. I don't think there's going to be a one where either team's really sitting back like that. So I think we can get joy in that respect on a counter. But it's just the one where it's like, for us to get a counter, we actually need them to not score. Innit? We need to stop the ball from going in the net before we counter. There's no point countering from kickoff. So we need to just be tight at the back. But I'd see that guy up front, man, that number 9. I'm shook. I'm so shook at him right now because this is like, bro, it doesn't matter. Any kind of goal, any kind of opportunity or chance, he's going to take it. So I don't know. I really don't know. To answer the question, how we're going to stop them, I don't know. We need to defend as a unit, though. I can't be seeing Virgil 1v1 with this guy and with acres of space behind him because it's long.
Gee, where do you see? I don't know, Liverpool getting any joy if we were to go and pull off a miraculous, Istanbul-esque result? Because at the moment, that's what it's looking like. We're going to need.
Like, it's funny. We're talking about Haaland and whatever. Just quickly, like Jamie just put it in the comments there as well. Like something that he said yesterday on the channel, is Man City really playing that well, or is it the fact that because Haaland is playing like the Ballon d'Or winner already this season, it's making everybody else look at Man City and think, because as look, we just said it here, their defense can be got at. So, and we've seen games against Aston Villa, against Newcastle, where they've just not really been at it. Copenhagen the other day, no Haaland, and they drew 0-0 against Copenhagen. I don't care about no penalty misses, red cards, bro. They should be slapping Copenhagen regardless without Haaland. They don't even need him. But obviously they had, I think Bernardo Silva was missing as well. But they should have a good enough team where they should be beating a team of that kind of level and quality. So the fact that they didn't, when I look at them sometimes, I do think obviously Haaland is world class. So we look at him like he's almost the whole team, and they've got De Bruyne, Silva, and if they're all on song, no team on the planet beats them. But the reality is, I look at their defense, and I do look at that and think to myself, that defense ain't really too, you know what I mean? Like, it can be got at if the movement is right from Jota, or I don't know who's going to start, but say Jota, Nunes, and stuff. As much as I criticize Nunes, his movement is so good that could almost be a problem for Manchester City. Jota as well, just in and around the mix. And I just think Salah as well, he kind of likes playing against City. I mean, he gets a couple goals here and there against them kind of thing. So that will be the area that I'm looking at and thinking, you know what? But if we lose the midfield battle, it doesn't matter. We'll lose the game regardless of how great the attack is, because the midfield area is where they dominate, and they have 10 times better players than we do, even on our best days. Do you know what I mean? With your De Bruyne's, your Silvers, like Foden drops in. I know Kyle Walker's not there, but Cancelo drops in, you know, and their style of play, obviously we're saying, I think you said whoever's going to play right back or left back. I'll be honest, they don't really have positions in that team. That there is no positions. They have goalkeeper, Rodri.
Yeah, everyone just pulls out.
And then everyone else is just freestyling, and it's like 7-a-side. There is no real set positions. You just kind of stay in your zone. Like, all right, you stay in defensive zone, but you don't have to play left back or right back. You just kind of move around, and it's so fluid. And that's where we just got to be a bit careful. That's why I think having Gomez, just having a strong back line is going to help us. But that midfield battle, bro, it's going to be, we need to win that midfield battle. Then we might go a bit.
How do you win it though? Just quickly, sorry, Robert. How do you win it? If they're gonna have 3 man in there, we've got 2 man. They're already at a disadvantage, and they're 3 man.
Listen. I'm not Einstein, you know. I ain't got the answers for them kind of questions there.
You know, just to add on to what G's saying, yeah. Like, we know hindsight is a beautiful thing. It's one of the most amazing things, right? And G, you've brought it up many times. You brought it up literally every week. I'm a bit annoyed that we don't have Diaz for this game, because you know how we always say he only seems to start playing well when we're behind. I think this game is tailor-made for him. I think Akanji at right back, I've been speaking to Daps and whatnot, and he's had a mistake at Dortmund, but you're yet to see them kind of mistakes here, and he's actually been solid at right back. But I think Diaz would have given him a run for his money from the off. Not normally what we say, we have to go couple goals behind, then he starts playing well. No, I think he would have been on it from the off. But I think this game, if we're to somewhat get even a draw, it's going to be reminiscent of the 4-3 when we beat them. We're just going to have to go gung-ho. But the only problem with this season, we had the legs to do that. Yeah. We had the intensity. This time, I look at every type of way we can combat them, and we're fucked. We lose the battle every time, like in the midfield, at wide that. I don't know how we get a result from this. This is why I just said it's hopes and prayers. But yeah, to answer your question, we're already at a disadvantage. Like Ish said, if we play 2 in the middle, you 3 are going to hate me for this, but I do revert back to type for this. I play the 3 in the midfield because 2 just scares me. Look at
who's the 3? Who's the 3 though? Endo, Thiago, and what? Elliot.
I'm sorry, but I have to go back to what I know.
Wait, who's playing in the back? Who's playing in the back then?
He's in the back line, my guy.
Fabinho's in the back line.
Because I'm not seeing James.
Because Kanai's injured, isn't
it?
Or Phillips.
Nah. Please.
Man, then what have we done to deserve this?
But we sold our souls to the devil to get the Premier League title. And now
I can't see Milner. I'm not having the utility man experience. I can't see him because you saw what happened in the first, what Foden did to him first 20 minutes.
Listen, it's Foden there, but listen, Grealish against Milner at right back.
Long.
Milner's getting set up in the first 30 seconds.
Bro, any combination you put,
Haaland, the game will be going so well. and then all of a sudden they're gonna play a ball. De Bruyne is gonna get the ball and just play a ball over the top, and Haaland's gonna just do that run that he does, and it's just
We'll
it's
see,
gonna be
Jerry, I know you said it in the chat. Fab
Nah,
centre back.
Yeah, Fab centre back's got to be, bro. It's got to be. It's got to be.
But then who's the two in the midfield with
Hendo, it's got to be.
Thiago?
I'm saying two in midfield. I'm saying Hendo, Thiago midfield, and then
Yeah. Because you
We
know
really
what,
are
we've
blessed with
kind of
options,
got
aren't we?
nothing to lose. I get that. We've got nothing to lose. We have to have that mentality. Let's just go for it. You know what I mean?
People are saying in the comments that Konate is not confirmed to be out.
I saw that as well.
but are we gonna play him? Are we gonna play him at 60-70%? Is there any point? I don't.
I mean, I just
Is he injury prone though? Is he injury prone?
Well, Konate.
He's had a couple.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Is that a
Yeah.
couple?
From Leipzig, bro.
Remember
Leipzig
Leipzig?
days, the injury
Yeah.
record.
You're right. Sorry. Yes. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's a 9-month long injury.
We love
But
an
do you
injury
know
from
what,
player.
G? To be fair to you, I know why you asked that, because if we're being honest, he came to Liverpool and he stayed fit for a sustained amount of time. He did stay fit. But now she's starting again. Now the little niggles, the 1 and 2 weeks out. We don't need. It's like every player that comes to us, we turn them injury prone.
Oh, Ramsey's injured again. I'm hearing yesterday Ramsey's injured a muscle injury.
You're
again.
joking-ish.
He ain't even played for us yet. I ain't even seen you in full kit,
Like,
bro.
he needs to. Do you know what needs to
I ain't
happen?
seen you in full kit.
He needs to go to like Vitesse Armen in like Ajax.
Yeah, you know them type of teams.
Do
Like.
up a couple seasons in
That
there.
Chelsea
Right
feeder
now,
club.
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You just take him out of there, but just send it to Vitesse, man.
We ain't got the squad to be sending man out on.
Yeah, you know, like that. I was just about to say, we didn't even got a
Ish,
play.
I'm gonna chuck a question at you. I know you hate Tim, and I know you know where I'm going with this. But had that guy been fit, because I know apparently he's in training. I didn't see him in training. There's a lot of talk.
Hey,
but
who? You about number 15?
you know who I'm on about. Number 15.
No,
Would you have
I
played
did.
him in
Play where? Play where? Where's my play? Midfield? Nah, please allow me, Romz. Nah.
I knew the answer as I asked you, though. You know what I did.
Oh, all right. Well, we done that. We might as well just get into the starting lineup then, innit? Alisson in goal. I assume everyone's with Gomez at right back.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
about to
Milner,
feel sorry
not
for
Milner,
Alisson.
not Fabinho at right back.
Nah. I know a man is saying he done that at Monaco, but bro,
When he had hair.
yeah,
Nah, I'm
exactly.
alright,
And then talking
I
about
feel like we're good.
16, like no. Let's keep it.
Jerry
present.
kills me. How come I say he looks like an Uber driver?
Bro.
When Jerry said that, I was in tears.
When I think about it more and more, he actually does look like an Uber driver.
When
That's
you
the
jump in
mad-
the back seat here, hey boss man, where you off to? Like, he looks like that type of guy.
Oh, it's yeah. He's not even been in the best form this season like that. But yeah, I'd rather see him at centre back than see Milner at right back all day
You
long.
know what? Maybe
It's when Mabea starts right back.
maybe
That's when
he
it's
becomes
really
a centre back now, you know? Maybe he becomes a centre back.
Yeah.
What, later on in the
Like maybe
all high line?
because his reading of the game
Ball
is good,
playing.
but obviously get ball playing very good as well. But his ability to like lateral movement in the midfield is waning a bit, innit? Like it just is.
How's it waiting? The man's 28 though. Like this is meant to be the prime of his career. It's
He's
so weird
28.
No, but look at him, though, he's not athletic in the slightest.
At all, bro. At all.
Mascherano settings, bro.
Right.
Mascherano.
Wait, are
doesn't
you
look
not
like he's
joking? He's
Huh?
28.
He's either 28 or 29.
I thought he was 31 or something.
Bro,
He's younger than me. How about that? He's younger than me.
don't let the head top fool you, bro. He's young, bro. He's the same age as me, bro.
And he's having these problems already.
Yeah.
That's mad. That
So
is
for me,
mad.
He won't have a long career in it. He'll be playing in Brazil in like 2-3 years. I'll be
Yeah,
real.
but what I'm saying is that if he plays to centre back, though, I think he can do better there because all we need is that. Do you know what I mean, that first couple? We've seen it that we can track a runner because he's in midfield, so that yard of pace just to get to the player, shielding of the ball, that type of stuff, and he can do that well. And having him just as an option might actually be better than playing in DM because right now,
That's what when you mentioned about asking if we would have like Gomez as like the second choice right back kind of thing. I've been saying it for time, and I kind of want a new centre back. Like once we get rid of Nat Phillips and that, I feel like we need a new centre back at some point because the reality is we've got Virgil van Dijk who's declining. You've got Konate. He's probably the future, but his injury record is worrying me. Then you got Matip, who's injury prone, and obviously Gomez is injury prone. We just need another defender, whether he be young, whether he be in that age bracket that we like to sign. We do need another centre back. Like, people don't want to hear that because they're thinking, oh no, but then what about this, bro? Like, come on, man, we've got some kind of like, we haven't got the options like that anymore. You know what I mean?
We've got Van der Berg, innit?
Yeah, I mean, no, man.
So the injury, he's just got some mad ankle injury. Right,
Wait, he's injured as well. See what I mean? He's not even at the club, but the spirit lives on. Like, the spirit's gone with it.
Yeah, but it's mad. Like, obviously, Ish was speaking about a while back, and we're actually gonna have to go and buy a dominant centre back, like a main centre back. And so it means that we're actually going to have to go and splash the cash on a proper centre-back. We can't even be doing this 40 million, 30 million type of centre-back unless we find some gem in the market. He's got to be the main guy. Like,
You're the answer, Jerry. You can play there. You can just fill in. Jerry's hard at centre-back. Why don't you just travel up there and be like, Klopp, I'm the man.
He'll play for free as well,
man. The way I'm feeling,
free, it will be a bargain. We'll be speaking of Jerry's valuation in 2 years. We'll be like, oh my God, you know how our fan base love to do it. We hardly played anything for him. He was a bargain. And his resale value goes to like.
Well, you're talking about net spending that. But
the way I'm feeling today after playing, bruv, the role they asked me to do yesterday, bruv.
You like Nunes in that, my guy.
I feel like I got no knees. I feel like I got no. You know, little things that I just didn't realize. You know, like going for headers that like I'm not even supposed to try to win. So I'm just jumping into bodies and that. I was like, this is dead, man. I was like, this is dead.
Them performances, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, man, exactly. But cool. If Konate's fit, Konate at the back, I assume.
Yeah.
Or Fabinho. Left back, interesting one. Robbo obviously came back against Rangers, looked intense as ever.
I'm ready for Robbo.
I told you guys,
I want Robbo back.
I'm the biggest fan. I've always had this. Been an asterisk next to his name, and I don't know what you guys think of him. And I think from set pieces, look, he's amazing, and I probably start him because of that. But surely, like, Robbo's the number one.
Robbo starts. Yeah. You know who I want to big up? Asad, because he said it. He was saying it to me and once. He was like, and I never thought of it that way. You see Tsimikas, not necessarily you, Jerry, but the general, like the families in general, I definitely did. We would praise him a lot, but is it just because we only saw him few and far between? The more consistently we started to see him, we thought, oh, this guy's not really the guy. This, Jerry, you're not including this because you said from the jump that he just doesn't do it for me kind of thing. But it's one of them plays where, because you hardly see them, when you do see them, you're kind of in awe. But like now you're actually seeing them consistently. They're kind of looking a bit funny in the like, bro, you're not that guy.
Saka last week was.
Say that again.
Saka last week, he was getting fist up by Saka. It's actually.
I was hearing from some of our fans he did well against Saka.
No.
You watching?
I'm seeing Tsimikas just trying to claw back. Saka's already dusted him, and he's already just trying to claw him back from the
even
jump.
That Sakala guy against Rangers, bro, had him on toast. I
actually think Tsimikas was probably our worst player in that Rangers game. First half, especially, it weren't looking good. I'm ready to see Robbo back.
I'm ready to see Robbo again.
And he looked good when he came on as well. He looked like that break did him good. So hopefully as well, when Trent comes back, it's going to be a similar sort of thing because Robbo's been out for what? He's been out for a couple of weeks or something, isn't it? It feels like a couple of weeks anyway.
No, it's been 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
5 weeks.
Boy,
remember because we had the injury, then we had the international break.
Game, yeah.
Injury, that, and then obviously the Queen passed away. So it's actually been 5 weeks that he's out. Yeah.
Time normally flies when you're having fun. We ain't even been having fun yet. Time just flew. I said, Robbo, oh my God.
We're starting to understand that just nothing's left in it. We're just looking around like, damn, like 3 weeks ago, we were talking about 5 games in. Now we're in the 9th game in. Do you know what I mean? In a week's time, we'll be, do you know what I mean, 13 games in and we'll be like, raw. Like, are we really this bad? 13 games in. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. But midfield, man, how do you think we're setting up? Are we going with a 3 or the 2 midfield? What do you think Klopp will do anyway?
I think 3. I actually think Klopp's reverting. He's reverting back to type this game. Because I didn't think of it how you two did. If we do play the 2, Fabinho's played there before, like you said, Jerry. So he's got such good tactical nous that he can actually see a run, whatnot. But I think Klopp's gonna shit himself and go to the 3. What he knows, he's going to that Fab, Thiago, and Hendo. Even though we've got somewhat success with the 2 in the middle recently, I just think he's gonna just look at that City team and think, I need some sort of security. I don't want him to do that.
But do you think the security comes from having a Gomez that's deeper, having the 2 that are sitting in that box, with obviously Bobby or whoever's playing the 10 dropping in as well?
Yeah.
But then when we transition, we try to bypass the midfield. So bypass it. So we just go very, very direct with the runs of Nunes and Jota. That's how I would approach it, because technically, even if we play the 3 in the midfield, technically we can't compete against them, because what happens is Cancelo comes into the midfield. If Walker was fit, he'd come into the midfield, and then they overload it. Even if it's a 3, it becomes a 4 against 3 in the center of the pitch. It's mad, like it's difficult. I don't know how
Jerry, what you said, you hit the nail on there. That if we just bypass the midfield, play the ball over the top, we can, because City play as a high line as we do. Do you know what I mean? Because of the way they press, they do play that high line. So Nunes can get a lot of joy, regardless of the scoreline. Nunes can get a lot of joy, whether it's his performance or even just the goals that will assist at the end of the game. I think he can have a big game today. But yeah, I agree with you, Jerry.
I would go with the 2 as well, because I do think in that 2 in midfield, we've still got Jota and potentially Bobby as well dropping in to create like a little box. So I think that's how we try and get joy. I think them 2 drop in. I think we keep Salah and Nunes like high and wide on the last line, and then we try and get joy from that. But I just think if going back to a 3 midfield, it's just like it's pretty gonna have to be Harvey starting. I do like him, but I feel like this could be one of the games where he just gets eaten up. Like, you see how he played like the San Siro last season against Inter? They just looked like the game was a bit too big for him. I'd rather not see him start this one. I'd rather just go gung ho, try not to concede first for starters, and then try and get a 1-goal, 2-goal lead. Like Romz was saying, similar to that game in 17-18 where we just blew them away, and that's the way to beat them today. I think we're gonna have to just go for it, because we're conceding either way. There's no way we keep a clean sheet. So it's gonna have to be a shootout in it. So
it's gonna be a goal fest. I can see that there's gonna be 5 goals minimum in this game. I can see it. For the neutrals, this is gonna be amazing. Like, regardless whether we're the goal is wider now, it's gonna be amazing. I think both teams are just gonna go at it, because if we play pragmatic if the only way we can do is go at them. Do you know
I think we will. I think we're gonna go for it. To be fair, I think we are gonna go for it.
There's no other way. There's no other way to get into it though, because if you think about it, if we try to, it's mad. If we try to, like, as you said, sit back and be pragmatic, it's game over. We're gonna have to go back to what it was in 2016 under Klopp, 2017 under Klopp, where it was just, we're gonna try to outscore you, innit? That's the way we play. Our defense isn't great, so we're just gonna have to outscore you, and that's how we're gonna obviously get one up in that game. And it's gonna be a mad one. But cool. So that's the midfield. What are we saying? Fabinho, Thiago, or Thiago Henderson, or
it depends. If Ibu's fit, I'll probably drop Hendo, to be honest, because Manda was saying it during the Rangers game. See how we were balling out when Hendo went off?
Yeah.
It's no coincidence, bro.
Fabinho looked a bit like the old Fabinho.
Listen, him and Thiago in the pivot together, it just works, isn't it? It just works. So yeah, if Ibu starts, then I'm dropping the captain. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm just trying to win today. It's not even a personal thing. But if not, then it's gonna have to be a Hendo Thiago pivot, and then we just have the 4-man up top.
Sad man. So yeah. What are we saying? Who starts up front? That's the question. That's the biggest question at the moment.
We kind of we're down to like the bare bones, really, even up top in it with Diaz being out. It's gonna have to be Nunes, Bobby, Jota, Salah. I'm just trying to think of the combination, because in the Rangers game, Salah came on, but he was kind of playing up front because Elliott was still wide, and obviously that's how he got his hat trick, closer to goal, not hugging the touchline. So I don't know how he set up, to be honest, but I want to see Salah closer to goal, because I'm like, especially if Cancelo's playing left back. That's somewhere we can get a lot of joy because he's going to be getting forward, getting inside. So we need Salah to kind of be playing on the shoulder almost. And I do fancy Nunes as well to get a lot of joy in this one. I don't know if he bags, but I think he's going to be a handful. So yeah, man's got 2 and 2 at the moment. I'm warming to him a little bit.
You know what?
I've actually been warming to him.
You're warming to who?
Nunes as a player more than he still jars me as a person. Like, I don't know what it is about something about him. He's tapped in it.
But you know what? Yeah. To be fair to Jerry,
I love a tap player.
To be fair to Jerry, he's kind of been consistent with the Nuno. You've backed him pretty much from the start, but
yeah, I started trying to leave the train, and the train was really on the move, innit? And I kind of gone but I'm on the train now, innit? I'm on the train, so
I know this is
the next stop. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you the next stop on that.
I know this is a small sample size, but I hope Diaz starts because Nunes gave him trouble when he came on. Diaz could not handle him in the Charity Shield. He couldn't.
Yeah.
Romz, we won 3-1 in the Charity Shield. Look at life now, boy. So I'm not even looking at that Charity Shield game like that was anything to even.
And they were laughing at Haaland.
And they
laughing at Haaland, you know.
They only had 2 games.
I did it too. I said, this is my chance. This is my chance to get my laughs in. Get back now. This, that,
guys.
Now look,
guys in the comments and stuff. I'm gonna have to go and head off. Got stuff to do behind the scenes and stuff. But guys, make sure to smash the like. Big up everyone that's here. G's hosting and stuff. So yeah, I'll be out.
Huh? You want to come to the Leeds game with me? I got a spare. I'm joking.
Hold on. In the comments, someone actually said that's why you flung in a hoodie quick. You got to the hotel. Cover the carnival. But yeah, before I head out, I was going to play a video for you guys, just expressing my love for the one and only Nunes, innit? Big up. And guys, make sure to smash the like. Big up, you guys.
Darwin Nunes, he came from Benfica to the Big Reds. It's frightening with him and Luis Diaz. There's nobody else like Darwin Nunes. Darwin Nunes, he came from Benfica to the Big Reds. It's frightening with him and Luis Diaz. There's nobody else like Darwin Nunes.
Oh my days.
Most annoying guys that I've ever met.